9 burnouts. I think these are experiences a lot of you are going to be familiar with, and I've noticed that down in the comments section. So yesterday we had the 9 burnouts, and we're going through one a day because I want you to be able to really sit and reflect on what that feels and what that means to you, rather than rushing all 9 in one day. No. Each deserves its moment, its acknowledgement. So yesterday we spoke about constantly being tired and unmotivated. That's not what humans do. You know, when you look at life and you see the abundance of adventures that can be had, and then you look at the attributes of a human being, we were made for each other, made to really truly enjoy all of the planet and then learn about our emotions through that. Because an adventure is the perfect thing, because adventures aren't all safe. You have to have a serious mind. You have to have a conscious mind. You have to be a focused mind, because you are going to be in some seriously dangerous places. Not only are they dangerous, but they are beautiful, they are inspirational, and that's where you get the wonderful feelings, where you rise in vibration because you're around the trees, you're around the animals, you're understanding nature. And the more you understand nature, the more you see that nature loves you and she wants you to connect. And it's beautiful. That is what humans are supposed to do. Now, as we know, the privilege, there's only a few people on this planet that get to go and live that life. Now, that should be to all of us, but that's another story. What we got to do is, how are we going to navigate our emotions and get through this atrocity of this phase that we are living in at this moment? And this cycle, it has to play itself out now. There's nothing we can do. We can't turn the clocks back. The cycle has to go through as it is. And so sometimes you understand that's why the Most High can get upset and sad, because all he sees is us torturing ourselves and hurting ourselves and prolonging that. And I can't imagine, as a creator, when you create a life, what that must be like to see them destroy themselves. It's just like seeing your child destroy themselves on drugs, or destroy themselves by being in an abusive relationship. The list could go on. But so the next one, my sweethearts, some of you are going to really relate to this one. And sadly, I saw footage of the beginnings of the end for the younger generation. Because sadly for some of them, they're not going to be happy and free and experienced as we are, and at peace as we are, because they are in a completely different generation. They were brought up with less things to be inspired by, like, you know, Sexy Red. What kind of level of inspiration is that compared to what I had? I at least had Whitney Houston and Anita Baker and some other great singers, all right, to aspire to be something of quality. But today, no, it's different. Nothing of substance matters. That's what they taught them. And of course, when you're brought up by a generation that's even younger, they have less experience. So they don't have anything to pass down to their children, literally. So then it comes to this, finding it a chore to go and have fun events. I can't be bothered to go to the cinema with my friends, nah. And you can't even put your finger on it why you don't feel the enthusiasm to want to go. You just don't want to go. And you've got this miserable, selfish look on your face, or this petty look on your face, or this sulky look on their faces. And you can't understand why you're feeling like that, but you just don't want to go. You do and you don't. And if you do go, you're going to go with this moody attitude. Now, that's not supposed to happen. But there's the cracks beginning to show. Because for the young ones, you're not so young anymore in government terms. You've got to look at it how the so-called elites view you. You are a commodity, okay? You are cargo on a cargo ship going over to other countries to be used, to be sold, to be whatever. And so now, when you hit about 25, you're old news. They're on about the younger generation now, and the generations get younger and younger, okay? Because the manipulation is what they want to do early on. So when you hit 20, 25, you're old news. You're a nuisance, in fact. You're now going to be needing stuff from the government. So as you get older, it's pensions, and they don't want to give out those, okay? So when you hit 20, 25, you're of no use to them now. You're an issue. You're a problem. They're looking at 10-year-olds, darling, 12-year-olds. Yeah, that's how fast they're moving now. Yeah, so some of the young people between 20 and 30, you're beginning to realize nothing's happened in your life. You haven't taken a firm path where you've carved out a journey for yourself. You've just gone here, following trends, jumping on trends, thinking that they are facts and thinking that they are going to be forever. They're not. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. And when you're 30, 40 years old, you start to see it. And they don't care that you see it because there's fuck all you can do. And I think because the younger generations now are a bit softer, you're not really built for a hard duration. You're not built for arduous times. You're not built for, only some of you, I'm not saying all of you, but I'm trying to help you. You're not built or prepared for the faces of adversities. You've just been told everything's easy. You can get everything, and if you don't want to have to work to have personal satisfaction and achievement, you can just go and spread your legs and be a model. You know, those OnlyFans. Yeah. You know, you could do that. Maybe when you get to my age, you'll be able to do only grannies. Yeah. Try that, because there's no way you'll get out of this now. So when you do fall in love and you do decide to be more sophisticated in your mentality, that there you won't be able to get rid of. So when your grandchildren ask you, oh, nanny, what did you do? There's nothing courageous that you can tell them that you did. Especially for that young lady that slept with 100 men in one day. What the fuck is she going to say? And if you lie, your grandkids are going to see it. They'll see it, and then they'll never respect you. So what are you going to say? You have to be so careful. Society doesn't care about you, so you have to care about you. And when you start saying things at the age of 20, 25, I can't be bothered to go to events because it feels like a frigging chore, that's when you're in trouble. Because in the footage that I saw, people my age, boogieing away, having a good time, knowing that don't ever take things for granted. Never be complacent. Love to live in the moment. Enjoy life. What really is life. Okay? We're all dancing, having a great time, making the most of it. When this person now films over to the younger people, you're expecting them to be leading by example. No! They're all, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked by this. They're all sat there like that. And then they're looking down at their phones, but they're not looking at it in any way that's happy or productive. None of them are talking to each other either. So they don't even know how to mingle amongst themselves. Now, when we look back about how we, some of these kids, they came out of school and they didn't know how to interact for real, face to face. They only know how to interact through the phone. So now they're finding themselves stuck because the era of the phone, well, it's beginning not to be such a novelty anymore. And so they're all like this. If I don't have my phone, I'm completely lost. You can see it in their face and their eyes. I can't even say the word, but to watch it is it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to see because they don't know what to say. They don't even know how to communicate, not even to themselves. And with each other, they were just a mass of people, younglings, all wasted, has-beens. They might as well not even continue. Because by the time they get to our age, I don't think they would have been able to have turned things around and be happy. They have been completely dependent on the system to find joy, peace, happiness, inspiration. They have not found any from within. And now we've got them saying that they can't enjoy themselves because they don't know how to. This footage was insane. And this is what's happening to people. And then you've got people like you and I who are light workers, chosen ones. We know the meaning of trying to be these things, and we know that it can get tiring because we are around a world that isn't ready to see. So we see, so we do all the inner work, but it's to no avail because we're around loads of people that haven't done the work. So, you know, it becomes really, really hard and difficult. So yes, no matter where you are or where you're from, you are going to be finding that just to go out and enjoy yourself, you're not enjoying it the way you used to, are you? Yeah, there's a reason for that. Anyhow, I hope that's been helpful. If you haven't liked and followed, please do. And for those of you that already do, you know I love you. Ja love.